Hello and welcome to episode 16 of Rewriting the Past here on TEW 2020 with WCW in 1998, and we are hot off the heels of an excellent show with Uncensored last night, or 2 days ago obviously, as you watched. We'll quickly run down what we did, just for a refresher, or if you didn't watch all of the video or just joining us here, we'll just go through and, let's be real, to remind myself what I actually did. So we had the main event of Randy Savage getting the win over Roddy Piper in the cage. The Four Horsemen defeated Bret Hart, Sting and Lex Luger after, to the surprise of probably nobody, Lex Luger turned on Bret, he turned on Sting, and Lex Luger now full-blown bad guy heel. I'm really happy with that. DDP beat the Giant to retain the US title. Nash and Conan are still the tag team champions. Goldberg defeated the annoying Chris Jericho, Benoit defeated Raven, and to kick off the show in a great match, Eddie Guerrero defeated Juventud Guerrera. This is what we're looking to work towards for Spring Stampede 98, which is what the next show is, yes. We're looking to do Sting Hogan in the main event because we deliberately had Lex turn on Bret first in the 6-man tag. So we're going to do Bret Lex initially and Sting Hogan because Hogan's obviously been interfering, he's been getting himself riled up. Hogan wants that rematch that he's not had yet, so we're going to do the rematch at Spring Stampede. Sting Hogan, Bret Luger, DDP Randy Savage, Jericho Benoit, Nash and Conan versus Harlem Heat. Goldberg will take on Dan Severn, Eddie Guerrero will defend against Dean Malenko, and Ray Jr. and Juventud will take on Rick Rude and Kurt Hennig. I've got a way to sort of build some of these matches because, I mean, to be blunt, like, these obviously, they're in full swing. This has not been started. This has not been started. This has been started. This has been started. This is completely dead in the water, as is this. So we are going to have to get some creative booking on the go. In terms of that, actually, storylines. Let's just end that storyline, and we're going to add Macho Man into here. And we take Benoit out. Let's take Benoit out and put Benoit into here. I think that makes the most sense. At the moment, we've got Harlem Heat in the tag title feud. We've got all the main players in the World Heavyweight feud. And we need to add some people here. So we'll add Dean and Prince Iaukea. So Dean Malenko has very poor momentum at the moment. This is an awful gimmick. So, do we change it? I mean, could we make him like a shooter? No. Muga. Is that like for Fujinami and... Oh my god, I forgot his name. Nishimura. Can't believe I forgot Osamu Nishimura's name now. What the hell can we turn Prince Iaukea into? Understudy? Yeah, understudy I think works because he is under the study of Dean Malenko. And I mean, he's getting some stuff passed on to him here. His psychology's going up. Like, his basics have gone up by 3, psychology's gone up by 7. So as far as I'm concerned, Dean Malenko's actually doing really well. But with Dean Malenko, it's the cooled momentum is the issue, so we need to bring Dean Malenko up. He's already popular enough with the fans, so that's fine. We don't have to do anything there. But I think we just get into booking Nitro here and figure it out on the fly, I guess. So let's book Nitro. Let's go through the process together of trying to figure out what we're actually going to be doing here. Let's go to... Where have we not been? We've been everywhere except the Mid-South. So let's go to the Mid-South and go to... They're all rubbish. let's just sell out this venue. Let's sell out the Myriad Convention Centre for Nitro tonight. And I think there's really only one way to open, and that's going to be with Lex. And so let's type this up. Mean Gene asks Lex why he turned on Sting and Brett. Lex says they were holding him down and he needs to be and he's free. That'll do. It kind of gets the point across what I want. Sting and Brett obviously not yet in the building, so that's fine. We're going to then have Randy Savage. And we're actually going to start this feud up now. So we're going to have Savage. So Savage wants a shot at DDP's US title. Says you will never see Piper again in WCW. Very simple, very straightforward. Now, let's get some stuff booked here. So I think we want to do the stretchers. Get that gimmick change done as well. And we're going to have them take on Eddie. And who can Eddie team with that makes any kind of sense? Let's do La Parka. Just get another Lucha guy there. So we'll get Dean Malenko to win. Open script. And it's going to be a flash pinfall over the champ. So we're going to come in hot. Come on, Eddie. Eddie, we're doing it for the good of the feud here. Okay, he's fine now. Good. So, and then we're just going to have Eddie, Dean. Let's just do overness. Eddie is irate at losing. Tries to attack Malenko, who escapes the ring. And then we'll have like Malenko doing like the title gesture. Very simple. Winds Eddie right up. And that'll be the start of that feud. That's a pretty simple way of doing it, I think. Up next, what else are we building towards? Yeah, I think this works. So we'll do Chris Jericho. Dan Severn on Menace. Gene Okerlund. Goldberg. And then Chris Benoit. We're just going to hammer everything out here in one go. So, Mean Gene interviews Jericho. He says, last night wasn't on the records. Benoit comes out to challenge. Or challenge. And then we will go into a match. We'll have Chris Benoit, so he was like on his way out to the ring basically. And he can take on... Have we done Benoit Dave Taylor? I feel like we have. We haven't. Let's just give Benoit a really good win here. And it should be a good match too. Make it decisive. Simple. Then have Kevin Nash and Conan. We'll script these idiots because they keep changing their mind if they're happy or not. So Booker T and Stevie Ray. Nash and Conan confirm Harlem Heat next challengers. Already looking past them. They're not taking them seriously. You know, they're thinking, well, these guys are nobody. Alright, Nash, fine. Have it your way. Don't screw up. Have a good promo. And then we will actually have... We'll put the champs in action here. So Kevin Nash and Conan. And they can take on... Who can they take on? The Armstrongs? Yeah. Yeah, screw it. Brad and Scott Armstrong. Just double checking I've not done that match. And we'll give Conan the win. Won't put the titles on the line here, no point. No point at all. Okay, up next, we will bring the show up with a big rating here. We'll bring the Four Horsemen out. So, Four Horsemen gloat about win last night. Say there's a space for a fourth member, and Lex is the guy. Because I think that's going to be the plan. But that's what we're going to do just now. We're going to have Four Horsemen, just throwing it out there that that's what they do want to do. Then we shall do... Let's do DDP. And we'll just have him accept Savage's challenge. And we'll do it with Gene as well. DDP celebrates win last night, accepts Savage's challenge for US title anytime, any place. I can spell today, my god, that's all going wrong. I think we'll do another angle. And no, we're actually going to do a tag. I think we'll get this build started. So Ray and Hoovy can take on... What's Hoovy's pop? 40 odd. What's Ray's pop? 51. Yeah, they can take the loss. That's fine. Right, so we're going to have Hoovy get the Flash pinfall win as well. In this match, they're happy to accept that. And then post-match, very simply, we're going to have... Actually, no. I was thinking, do I want to do a beatdown, but there's no real reason for them to beat Ray and Hoovy down at the moment. Maybe we just give Ray and Hoovy the win. Yeah, let's just do that. Sting and Brett. Very simple. Sting and Brett arrive to the arena. Test. Make their way to the ring. Call out Lex, who no shows. Simple, simple, simple. We are then going to go into another match, and we're going to have Dan Severn destroy... I feel really bad, but Rick Martel. I wanted to do something with Rick, but we're not really at that stage currently, so we'll do open decisive, give Dan Severn the win, and then we will have Goldberg and Dan Severn. Goldberg meets Severn on entrance ramp. They stare each other down. Nice and simple, and then we'll end with a match. And what do we want to do? Right, so who have we got? Who do we have? We could do Brett. I feel like Brett or Sting need a win. I think Brett needs a win. So I'm going to do Brett. Do we do? No. Brett Macho? I don't actually know what we could do Jericho, but It's not going to be any good. Did Brett... I don't want to do Brett Lex, or do we do Brett Lex as a... No, we're not going to do Brett Lex. Do Brett Rick. Yeah, they've not faced each other in a singles match yet, and we are going to have... Do we give Brett the win? Has Brett faced... Who's Brett faced? He's faced... he's not faced Hennig since early days. Let's do Brett Hennig. I think Rick's... We don't want to ruin Rick's pop here, so let's do Brett Kurt. I want to give Brett a win. Make it all out. We'll have it be decisive. And then we will just book a little post-match as Lex Luger runs down. And so Lex comes down post-match, takes out Brett, nods at Hennig on the way out. Just like a little, you know, good man. We're happy with that. Happy with that. Right on the 50% barrier as well, which is good. And yeah, that we've kind of fudged it a little bit to get where we want to get to, but that's fine. Steiners will give them a win. We'll just do that match again, just to give the Steiners some momentum back after losing at the pay-per-view. Make it decisive as well, nice and easy. And then let's do Jericho against Hector Garza. Have we done that match? Yeah, we did it in week 1, so we'll just do it again. We'll have Jericho get the win again. Make it decisive this time, no real need to mess about. And there we go. I think that'll do. Let's run the show. Let's see what happens. It's always the first week's always like quite hard to book. I find post pay-per-view when you're doing a bit of a refresh on stories. We've not used Hogan. This time we're going to bring Hogan out on Thunder. Yeah, we'll do that. Let's go. Let's go. 6-6 pre-show match here. Good match actually. Steiner's looking really good. Rick Steiner looking really good as well, which is impressive. And then this does a lot better now, 60 compared to I think it was 42. Jericho getting the win for good performance. So, we kick off the show. Mean Gene is out. He brings out his guest, Lex Luger, who comes down to a parade of boos. And Mean Gene's one question and one question only, Lex, why? Why did you do it? And Lex says, they were holding me down. My poor run of form was all because of Sting and Brett. Their selfishness. Sting being selfish with the world title. Brett being selfish in general since he got here. And he's now free to do what he wants. And he does say, look, throw me into the hat along with Hogan. I also want another title match. And that's going to be the end of that. Nice and simple. Ooh, we did have a pretty poor Savage promo. 73. Didn't do well for script for some reason. And he says, you're never going to see Roddy Piper again. Ever. And he says, well, the Hulkster, well, Hollywood is going to win the world title back. It's time for the nWo to gather more gold. Nash and Conan obviously have the tag team titles. Hogan's going to win back the world title. So Savage says it only makes sense to go after DDP's US title. And that's that. A good match here actually, as we have Eddie Guerrero and La Parka losing to Dean Malenko and Prince Iaukea of the Stretchers. And very simply, Dean Malenko with the surprise roll-up win. Prince Iaukea's new gimmick got adequate. That's fine. We don't need it to be any better than that. That's absolutely fine. And that kickstarts this Dean Malenko-Eddie Guerrero feud, as Eddie Guerrero is absolutely furious post-match. I just realised they put Dean Malenko off screen, which is stupid, but that's fine. A 57 overall, happy enough with that. It gets the ball rolling at least. We did have Benoit performing really well off script apparently, but Mean Gene's interviewing Chris Jericho, and Jericho says, look, last night didn't count. Wasn't a real match anyway, wasn't on the records, TV title wasn't on the line, so who cares? And then Benoit comes out and says, well, if you want to put the TV title on the line, I'll come and beat you for it. And that's it. Nice and easy. Then we have a good match. 70 overall rated as Chris Benoit does defeat Dave Taylor in 7.5 minutes with the crippler crossface. Benoit looking great. Dave Taylor off his game, but that's fine. He's just a warm body here. 68 overall. Pretty low, but Nash and Conan at least looked really good. And they just say, look, we've beat the Steiners again. You know, typical Nash. He's got like his hands in his pockets. He's like, look, beat the Steiners. You know, they're gone. Old news. Harlem Heat want a shot at the belts. Pfft. We're already looking past Harlem Heat. You know, done. Easy peasy. And then they welcome their challengers of the Armstrongs, and they promptly win quite quickly. Easy stuff. 92 overall rated segment to bring the show up to a nice high rating here, as the Four Horsemen come out and they gloat and they're like, look, we told you we were going to win. We told you those three guys couldn't get along. However, this group is called the Four Horsemen, and you'll realise there are only three of us here. There's always space for another member. And they want to offer that spot to Lex Luger for a thank you for his hard work the night before. And so that leaves the commentary team going, well, was Lex going to accept this? Oh, we'll find out. We'll find out, folks. DDP then struggling off script, but he celebrates his win last night and says, look, I'll take on Randy Savage. That's fine by me. I'll take on anybody in the NWO. Easy. That's how that goes. 64 rating actually here, which is pretty good, as Ray and Hoovy defeat Buff Bagwell and Scott Norton in 8:15, with Hoovy getting Buff with the fast roll-up. Vicious and Delicious, again, they are kind of just job guys at the moment for us. We will start trying to give them some wins down the road. But good performance by Ray Jr. Hoovy looked alright as well. That's just given those guys a win and some popularity boost. Sting and Brett arrive to the arena. They are pissed, make their way out to the ring, and they call out Lex Luger, who promptly does not answer the call out. Both guys looking really frustrated. Brett not doing well without a script, but we can live with that if we get a 91 rating. 70 rating as Dan Severn beats Rick Martel in 7:21. Dan Severn with an in-ring of 75. And then we get an 83 rated segment afterwards, as on the way back up the ramp, Goldberg comes down, he sort of like punks Jericho, because Jericho's there as well, and him and Severn have a big stare down. The crowd's going mental. They're absolutely loving it. So am I. Then we have a good main event here. They've got great chemistry, as we knew from the opening. I actually had totally forgot that, so that's good news. As Bret Hart defeats Kurt Hennig in 12 minutes with the sharpshooter. Bret Hart with a rating of 99. Hennig with an 83. And then it's a bit of a weak segment to finish the show, as Lex comes down post-match, takes out Bret, and gives Kurt Hennig a nod to say, you're welcome, I'll think about it. And it gets an 87 overall, so I don't know how these ratings get calculated, but we're getting good ratings, that's all that matters at the end of the day. A solid Nitro. It gets the start of our storylines back on the go again. Means we can look forward to Thunder and probably build the world title picture up now. I think we need to get Hogan all over the television again, as much to the delight of everybody. So, WWF, the Berserker and Crush. So they've wasted no time bringing the Berserker in. They are now the Riot Act. We've also got the Death Squad of Taka Michinoku and Steve Blackman. Cool, that's a good tag team. Champion Carnival, still no singles matches. And that's us, Nitro 87. Raw, where the hell's Raw? 73, battered them again. Battered them again. Too easy. Buff Bagwell doesn't know how to sell. And we got a 4.83. Brett probably correct on that one. Pedro Morales, we'll leave that just now. Yeah. Ray and Hoovy. Do we add them together? We might just add them together. Yeah, we will. Screw it. We'll literally just call them Rey Mysterio Jr. and Juventud. Okay, we can't call them that. So we're just going to call them Ray and Hoovy. Call them Ray Jr. We're calling them Ray Jr. Ray Jr. and Hoovy, they're just individuals. They like teaming up together. There we go. Some masked lads hanging out. Getting ready to take on the all-comers. Juventud, did he get a big bump with that win? Yeah, he did. Good stuff. Good stuff. I think their match against Hennig and Reed will be really strong. We just need to figure out a way to sort of build that. But I'll see you in 2 days of game time for Thunder. Folks, I've got bad news. The Super Bowl has unfortunately been sidelined. I know. We're all devastated here. But the Super Bowl is no longer happening. It has been sidelined. Other things that happened, still no singles matches here. Hardcore TV actually had a good main event. Fantastic beating RVD and Sabu. And an atrocious semi-main as Taz defeated Bastion Booger to retain the World TV title. New Japan also held Battle Formation, 67,000 fans. Shinya Hashimoto retaining the IWGP title, defeating Kensuke Sasaki, Shiro Koshinaka, and Tatsumi Fujinami. nWo Japan of Muto and Chono beating David Boy Smith and Osamu Kido to retain the tag titles as well. You know what? We actually have a talent agreement with New Japan, and as much as I've never liked Masa Chono, and I've never been a huge Keiji Muto fan, is it worth bringing them in for a couple matches? It might be, you know. Talent trades. Where's New Japan? I want to loan a tag team. I want to loan... I guess they're not listed as a tag team, so I want to loan Keiji Muto for, we'll say, 4 appearances. Trying to talent offer. There we go. No, talent. How the hell do I don't want to loan anybody. I want to bring somebody. Permanent swap, talent trade. I guess we're going to have to do a talent trade. Okay, fine. Keiji Muto. Do they actually want any of our guys? No. How do I go about getting these guys in? Alliance loan? Are we in an alliance? No, we're not. Huh. Do we found a new alliance? Type of alliance. Oh, for God's sake, this is the most unusable game sometimes. Alliances. Right, public alliance. Prestige might can be consortium. Nope. Trading alliances? Yeah, I guess just trading alliance. I don't know. WCW and the lads. I'm assuming I can rename that down the road. Alright, let's invite some new members. So we want to invite CMLL. They don't want to come along. Okay, New Japan want to come along, so that's fine. CMLL, you're missing out, guys. Right, there we go. Simple. I would like to borrow Keiji Muto, please. Thank you. I would like to borrow Masachono, please. Thank you. Right. Have I got both those guys now? There we go. Keiji Muto on loan. He's got one appearance. Creative control is included. That's fine. We've got Muto and we've got Chono. And we can use those guys. I definitely think we can do something with them. We might even do it tonight, actually. Dean Malenko passing on that amazing legendary microphone work to Prince Ikea as well. Right, where have we been? We've been pretty much everywhere. So let's go to the Great Lakes and go to the Bradley Center. No. Let's go to the US Bank Arena. I think we've gone there before, but that's fine. Add angle. And we're going to have all of the nWo lads arrive. So Eric, Kevin, Conan, no, not Jim, definitely not Jim Duggan, Jesus wept. And then we'll have Keiji Muto, not rated, and Masa Chono as well. nWo arrived to the building with nWo Japan. Hogan says they are here to kick ass tonight. Yeah, that'll do. We're then going to go right into a match, and we are going to give Harlem Heat a win. They can take on Enos and Bloom, which inexplicably we've not actually ran as a match. Booker T gets the win. We don't want to go all out for a great bout. There's no need to do that. Actually, no, I know what we'll do. It's fine. That's fine. It's fine. Chris Jericho, Chris Benoit, Jericho accepts Benoit's match request, says he has to wait until pay-per-view. Yep, that'll do. And then we are actually going to run. Do I want to run? We're going to run. Actually, better idea. Jericho accepts Benoit's match request if he can beat Dan Severn. And we'll have big old Danny Boy be rated on Menace. And we're actually just going to run that match now, earlier in the show. We'll do Chris Benoit against Dan the Beast Severn, and we're going to have no winner for this one. Open, and then we're going to have it be a... No, we'll do a DQ finish, and we'll have Benoit win by DQ. Let's remove the draw. And we'll have interference. We'll have Jericho. Let's give it 8 minutes. Both of those guys can definitely do that. Right, there we go. No Goldberg just now. No Goldberg. We then will go into a promo with... You know what? Dean Malenko and Prince Iaukea. Right, I'm going to bomb the show here. So Eddie's Overness and Mean Gene's Entertainment. Dean Malenko tells Mean Gene that his student will beat Eddie tonight. And we're going to go right into that match. Eddie versus Prince Iaukea. No title on the line, obviously. And we will give Eddie Guerrero the win. Tainted as well. He has to cheat to beat Prince Aya Chaos. Very disappointing. Alright, next. Do we do... Actually, I've got an idea. Right, here we go. Got an idea. Tag match. Ray and Hoovy can take on the Starter. It doesn't have to be anybody good. 5 minutes. We'll give Ray the win this time. I keep clicking the wrong bloody thing. Decisive. And then post-match. This is how we're going to start that feud for that match. Ric Flair. Rick Rude. And Kurt Hennig. Juventud. And Ray. We'll just rate those guys on overness. These guys on entertainment. 4 horsemen come down, lay out Ray Jr. Russell Ray and Hoovy. Cut promo. Again inviting Lex. Cool. And that way we can lay the seeds for that tag match as well. 54 minutes still to book. What have I got going on? Not done anything with the US title yet. Not done anything with Raven yet, actually. So we're going to have Raven just cut a promo. Raven sits backstage. Wonders where it all went wrong. Vows to come back strong. Simple, easy, effective, hopefully. Gets Raven on our TV as well. We will then have the Giant. Giant tells Mean Gene that he wants a piece of the nWo and wants someone tonight. Building back up off of that 6-man that we did, we will actually have the Giant take on someone in the nWo. So the Giant can take on Scott Norton. I think that should be alright. Have we done this match? I thought we'd done this match for some reason. The Giant will get the win. We just need to be careful with Scott Norton, obviously, but that's fine. The Giant gets the win. And then we will have Kevin Nash and Conan and Buff and Scott. Giant, Booker T, Stevie Ray. So overness. Entertainment, it's a risk, but it's fine. nWo beat down the Giant. Post-match, Harlem Heat make the save. That way we can maybe set up either a 6-man or a 4-on-4 if we can find an extra partner for the Giant and co. And then our main event, we're going to have Sting and Bret Hart. Sting and Bret talk up their Japanese opponents. Say it's just another hurdle to get what they want. And we are going to do this tag match as the main event. Now, this is a big risk because if we have a look, so Sting and Bret obviously super popular. Bret's in the mid-80s, Sting is in the early 90s. However, in the US, I mean, Muto's in the 60s actually, and Chono's in the, actually we'll be fine. Yeah, that's going to be our main event tonight. We'll give Sting the win. Open, script, and decisive. We're at 56, so we won't be penalised. That's good, so I can run one more angle. And let's see. I think it's just another nWo beatdown, to be honest. I think this is an nWo dominated show. So Conan, Masachono, overness for you, son. Same with Keiji Muto, Sting, and Brett. nWo again come down and take out their opponents. Stand tall to end the show. There we go. And I think doing it that way as well, so we've managed to get Sting and Brett involved in the main event. Hogan's still sort of lurking around, and yeah, I think it's pretty fun. I think we'll see how the match goes. I mean, on paper it could be good. Obviously, real life we'd be concerned about Chono and Muto and Chono in particular if he could even be arsed in the match. I think that's alright. We've covered most of our topics we wanted to cover. We've actually got a clean finish in the main event again, rather than just doing some nonsense. And yeah, that's gets Hogan on the show. It gets the nWo looking strong, because we've had obviously the Four Horsemen looking really strong recently, so that'll do me. I don't want to do that. I want to do a singles match to do the pre-show. Let's do Dean Malenko taking on Finlay. Not done that match either. This is another good on paper match as far as I'm aware. Once again, I've clicked the wrong buttons, which is very frustrating. And then let's do Saturn, who's got some cool momentum. And he can take on... Saturn's a heel, isn't he? He can take on Ray Trailer's so close to... You know what? It's the pre-show. We're going to get Ray Trailer's gimmick change done now. Give Saturn the win. Let's protect Ray. There we go. Let's run this bad boy. Hope for the best. Saturn beats Ray Trailer with the Death Valley Driver. Obviously, Ray Trailer slowed a little bit by injury. Changed that gimmick, and it's got a poor rating, which a bit annoying, but it is fine. And then Malenko beats Finlay in a really good match, 68 overall. Malenko looking really strong, Finlay also looking really good. Yeah, I kind of want to just do like the typical EWR TEW thing. You just put in like all the British and Irish guys into like a faction together and just having them be like cool guys who come and break people. We might do that. Gives them something to do as well. But yeah, it's a good pre-show. Obviously, with Ray Trailer in the previous match, he's never going to be like the guy, so he's kind of just there to be good, give good matches, and give wins. But we open the show with 84 overall. Nash once again struggling to improvise dialogue. That's fine. The nWo arrive to the building. They've got the big limo. You know, Hogan comes out and they've got, you know, the Voodoo Child is playing. And they bring out Muto and Chono. nWo Japan is in the house at the US Bank Arena. Hot off their big success at the Battle Formation show. And yeah, they've got their IWGP tag titles as well. Good stuff. 53 overall, decent little match here as Booker T and Stevie Ray of Harlem Heat defeat Mike Innes and Wayne Bloom with the Towering Inferno. Booker T with a very decent performance as well. After that, Benoit now struggling with no script, which is annoying. Jericho looked really good though, and Jericho saying, look, I accept Chris Benoit's match request, however, only if he defeats Dan Severn, and in the matches right now. Dan Severn getting better at his gimmick. And the match gets an 80 overall. Wow. Benoit 73, Severn 69. Chris Benoit defeats Dan Severn in 8 minutes when Dan Severn was disqualified after Chris Jericho ran in and attacked Chris Benoit. We can imagine he was going for like the headbutt, for example, and he gets pushed off the ropes. Referee's like, no chance, get this match called out. And there we go. 52 overall, not actually too bad considering who's involved here. Dean Malenko's just telling Mean Gene, look, look, Gene, Prince Ikea here, my buddy, my pal, my student, is going to take what I've taught him and he's going to beat Eddie Guerrero tonight in a non-title match. He doesn't. He gets beat. And only by a handful of tights though. And Prince Ikea, a decent 46 rating here actually. And the match gets a 70. Such as the power of the god Eddie Guerrero. But good stuff. This match sucked. We got a 48 as Ray and Hoovy defeat Disorderly Conduct in 5 minutes with the Mysterio Rana. Ray looking excellent, everyone else kind of crap. But that's fine because all we wanted to do was build to this, which gets a 75. Ray and Hoovy looking a bit rubbish, but that's fine. As the Four Horsemen come down, take out Ray and Hoovy, just toss them aside like cheap crap, and cut a promo saying, look, Lex, we saw what you did on Nitro. The spot is open. Come along, join the Four Horsemen. You want to. Raven, solo promo getting an 85, which is excellent. Raven sitting backstage, he's just like, what happened? He's on a losing run. He's not won the US title. He's lost to Benoit. He's lost to DDP. He's lost to the Giant. He's going to have to figure it out and come back strong. But to do what? I don't know yet. I'll figure that one out. The Giant tells Mean Gene that he wants a piece of the nWo and wants someone tonight. Calls out any member of the nWo for a match. The Giant looking... Well, he's struggled off script, but he's also created a new catchphrase. We are the home of hot new catchphrases at the moment, which is great to see because it really boosts the rating. And the match isn't very good. 58 overall as the Giant beats Scott Norton. The match had no flow, no drama. Psychology was rubbish. The Giants... I need to stop using the Giant, don't I? He's disappointing me. Good promo. Bad matches. Annoying. Oof. Another pretty rubbish segment. 64. Stevie Ray looking crap. Nash poor again. Annoyingly. Scott Norton struggled, but that's fine. The nWo beat down the Giant post-match and Harlem Heat come out to make the save. We do thankfully have a good angle finally as Sting and Brett say, look, they respect nWo Japan. They respect Masachono and Keiji Muto as wrestlers. However, they're part of the nWo, so they don't trust them at all. And it's just another hurdle for them to get what they want. Sting and Brett both want Lex. They both want the Four Horsemen. They both want the nWo. They both want Hollywood Hogan. And it's just another thing that they have to deal with to get what they want here. And tell you what, the match delivered big time. I was a little skeptical about this, but Sting and Bret Hart defeat nWo Japan of Keiji Muto and Masahiro Chono in 11:43 when Sting submitted Masahiro Chono with the Scorpion Deathlock. Bret Hart 94 rated overall. Everybody looking decent enough. Chono the worst guy in the match to the surprise of absolutely nobody. And then we do get a 78 segment to end, so that might bring us down a bit here. Chono and Muto just didn't know what the hell they were doing, but that's fine. And the show ends with the nWo laying out Sting, laying out Bret, Hogan picking up the world title and saying, look, this is mine. We're on top of the world. The Four Horsemen, no. Okay? Not on top. We're on top of the world. You might have stole Rick Rude and Kurt Hennig from us. We don't care. Still gets an 8-8. So, even when we're not doing things well, we're still doing things well. I'm delighted with that rating. I was not expecting an 8-8. But Sting and Brett, I think, probably dragged the show to that rating single-handedly. So, good stuff. Let's get to the end of this day when the game does its thing, and there we go. Good stuff. Ray Traylor is now back from injury. Still no main event singles matches in the Champion Carnival, which is a singles match competition. Muto and Chono now gone. That's fine. Ray Traylor's fully fit. Brett shitting on Buff Bagwell again. And Hogan has now turned Shivani, Mark Curtis, and Booker T against Bret Hart. 2.23 rating overall. I don't know what the hell's going on with our roster at the moment, but WCW in 1998, I guess. You know, this is what we have to deal with. Everybody looking great. Everybody looking great. Eddie looking fantastic. Dean Malenko, has he gone up any since the start of the month? Yes, he has. What about Lex? Yeah, I mean, Lex is gaining as well, so that's good. But yeah, good show. 2 good shows back to back. Considering I wasn't expecting much there. The nWo Japan idea, I think, actually worked. I mean, I know this is literally called just WCW and the lads, but that's just to get what I wanted, which was Alliance loans. So that's what we wanted there. We've got other guys we could obviously get from New Japan. I mean, we could bring Liger in. Maybe we should bring Jushin Liger in. I'm just going to keep saying it out loud. Tempting. Otani as well. We could bring Otani in. I'd love to bring Shinya Hashimoto in, but I've got no storyline idea for Shinya Hashimoto. You know what? Do I want to bring this idiot in for a one-off? I might bring nWo Sting in for a match against Sting on Nitro. Yeah, I'm going to bring nWo Sting over. And I'm also actually going to bring... Who knew this was going to turn into me just taking loads of New Japan guys? Do I want... Why is... Have I got anything? There we go. There's more wrestling. I've got to say the New Japan roster was tiny. Don Fry. Oh. We've got Tenzan. We've got Kojima. We've got... We could bring Nayo Ogawa in and just have him kill everybody. Koji Kanemoto. We could definitely bring some of the juniors in. I think Liger. Definitely. Osama Nishimura. He's got like no popularity in the US though. Otani does. It's not much more. I might bring Otani in as well. Yeah, I'm going to bring Shinjiro Otani in for Nitro. And just to remind myself here for next episode, so Nitro plans, Hogan sets up Sting versus nWo Sting, and Eddie and Otani versus Malenko and Ikea. I think that's how you spell his name. I'll just start calling him IKEA eventually. But anyway, that's good. This is quite a long episode. I feel like this is probably hitting about the hour mark, maybe. So, end the episode there. Thanks very much for watching. If you have enjoyed it, please do leave a like. Leave a comment as well, all that good stuff. Do you like the ideas that we're going for Spring Stampede? I think I'm quite happy with those. I think actually bringing some of the New Japan guys in just varies up the card a little bit too. It just provides us with different sort of faces that we can use. And yeah, Sting versus nWo Sting, a main event in any arena in 1998. Good stuff. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys in a couple of days' time. Thank you very much, and goodbye.